Today we're going to break down our top 6 most expensive Emerald City Comic Con exclusives currently in our collection. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So right around this time of the year, it's typically when we drop our Emerald City Comic Con Where Are They Now video. And as we were doing the research, Joanna and I quickly realized that last year in 2022, there actually was no Emerald City Comic Con exclusives. They did that FunCon event out at Funko HQ, and they had a couple pops and sodas, as well as the first 3-liter soda with the Iron Giant. However, there was no official Emerald City Comic Con exclusive, so no pops and sodas for us to look back on from 2022. And it seems like we're going to have a repeat of that event here in 2023. And could this be the end of Emerald City Comic Con exclusives for Funko completely? Well, I think that's really sad because in the past 11 years, we've actually gotten some really cool exclusives. If you guys don't know, Emerald City Comic Con is usually a medium level con. I don't put it at the top of the list like with San Diego Comic Con and New York Comic Con, but typically we have gotten Funko exclusives for this event out in Seattle, Washington. And we have gotten some really cool green themed characters that Funko turned into exclusives for the event. We've gotten some really cool ones like the Green Goblin. We've also gotten the Creeper from Scooby-Doo, as well as some really other cool characters. So we thought it would be really awesome to take this opportunity to see where are these characters trending in terms of value as far as the top 6 currently in our collection, and you guys will understand why I chose 6 instead of 5 by the end of this video. So hopefully you guys enjoy seeing these really cool exclusives in our collection, and it's really sad because these could be the last Emerald City Comic Con exclusives that we ever get. So coming in at number 6 is actually a Marvel pop, and this character is one that definitely makes sense for Emerald City Comic Con because she is green, and the pop that we have is the Emerald City Comic Con 2018 exclusive Lawyer She-Hulk, and she is actually coming in at $280, which is pretty crazy because I imagine a lot of other people, could not finish the She-Hulk show. I will have to go back at some point and watch it on Disney+. I did watch the first episode, and I think I watched half of the second episode, but it really just didn't grab me, so I'll have to go back and force myself to finish watching this show, which is a shame because I really like this character. I just think the delivery of the show was just not too great. But nonetheless, this pop turned out to be a huge grail, coming in at almost $300. Now, it is very hard to find this one with the con sticker, and this is the only lawyer version of Jennifer Walters that they've ever made in Funko Pop form. So typically when there's only one version or one variant of a specific character, that pop tends to be a lot. So that's why She-Hulk is coming in at number 6. So coming in at number 5 is a pop that I actually picked up recently, and I'm so happy to finally have this bad boy in the collection. It's actually a limited piece, and the glow on it is absolutely fantastic. And the one that I'm talking about is the 1500 piece glow-in-the-dark Loch Ness monster from the Myths line. And I will proudly put up the glow picture of this guy because it is just a true spectacle. I'm even more fortunate to have this one in the collection because I actually grabbed it from a fellow friend here in the community. So Cloud, once again, thank you so much for helping me attain this pop. I have wanted this pop ever since it came out in 2020. It's currently trending for $340, which I think is an absolute steal for this one because of how limited it is. And when it comes to myths, I would say that the Loch Ness Monster is really one of the more popular ones, if not the second most popular one and most recognizable one, only to maybe Bigfoot, which they have made several Bigfoot pops. I think this was a perfect one to release in conjunction with Emerald City Comic Con. They did make a non-glow version. However, as most of you guys can probably guess, because of the significant price and value associated with this one and the fact that it's a limited piece, this one is highly more sought after than the common non-glow version. Nonetheless, this is a beautiful pop, and I'm super grateful to have it in the collection. So speaking of limited pieces, the next pop on today's list is extremely limited, and I am so grateful to have this one in the collection because it did take me a while to find in mint condition, and it's actually a Freddy Funko. Coming in at $400, we have the 250-piece 12th Man Freddy Funko, and this one is ridiculously cool. I am not even the biggest football fan, but I have to have all the sports Freddys in my collection, and I was so excited when I found out that they were coming out with this bad boy, and I pretty much put everything else on my want list aside, and I moved this one to the top of the list because I had a feeling that this one was going to be really valuable in the long run. Now, $400 may seem like a lot for a Funko Pop, but when you talk about a 250-piece Funko Pop, I think $400 is actually a steal. I actually have other Freddy Funko Pops of characters in my collection that are not even near as limited and as rare as the 12th Man that go for thousands of dollars. So I think this one is extremely undervalued, and I think it's going to be worth in the thousands in the next few years, as fewer of them are on the market, and then when they do pop on the market, they go for crazy sales, which will of course bring the value of this guy up. But nonetheless, I'm super happy to have this Freddy in my collection, and they don't really drop Freddys that are as rare as this anymore, so that just makes it even more special. So coming in at number 3 is, strangely enough, a character that is not traditionally green, although for this instance, Funko decided to make him green, and they also made him a limited piece, which got me even more excited. And the one that I have coming in at the number 3 spot is the 1500-piece green chrome Batman from Emerald City Comic-Con 2018. And believe it or not, even though a lot of people are not loving the chrome pops anymore, this one has a value of $440. Now, there are 2 sticker variations of this specific pop, so there's only 750 versions of this one with the tubular style sticker, and then there is another version with the circular style sticker. And believe it or not, there is about $100 price difference between this one and the other sticker variant. Nonetheless, I'm a huge DC fan, a huge Batman fan. I have all of the chrome Batman pops in my collection, and when I found out this one was coming out, I absolutely had to have it. So even though Batman is not traditionally green, I really like the way this one looks, and I'm very happy to own this. Alright, so now we're going to be moving into spots 2 and 1, and the reason that I'm going to be showing you guys both these pops together for our final 2 spots is because I can't think of a better pair of Funko Pops that truly belong together, and the 2 that I have in my collection absolutely mean the world to me, as they are from the Star Wars universe. And here we have Luke Skywalker and Han Solo as stormtroopers, and both of these were limited to only 1,000 pieces, which is very rare for very popular Star Wars characters. And these actually came out way back in 2011. So these are very, very old pops, and they do carry quite a bit of value nowadays, as most of you guys can imagine. Currently, the Han Solo is going for $910, and then the Luke Skywalker is actually going for $1,340, which is both pretty crazy because I picked these up for about $100 each several years ago. I believe I got these back in 2014, before Funko Pop started to really take off in value, and I will never be getting rid of these from my collection. Star Wars A New Hope is such a big movie, of course. We are actually celebrating the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi this year, and believe it or not, both of these pops I think are really undervalued. You very rarely see these. You very rarely see them together nowadays, which is really sad. And with there being only 1,000 pieces of each one of these, they're just not going to come up for sale very often. So they're 2 that are never leaving my collection, and I think they just are a great example of some of the fantastic exclusives that we have gotten from Emerald City Comic-Con in the past. So it's really a shame if Funko never drops any more Emerald City Comic-Con exclusives. I think they'd be doing the community and the fan base a disservice. So even though these characters are not green, they're not, you know, any sort of green theme or anything, it just shows you the potential of some of the amazing exclusives that Funko used to drop at these Comic-Cons. But that's going to do it for our top 6 most expensive Emerald City Comic-Con exclusives. Guys, let me know down in the comments section below if you happen to own any Emerald City Comic-Con exclusives, not just these 6. If you own any of them in your collection. They made a lot over the years, and they also made some Emerald City Comic Con exclusive sodas. They came out with a few sodas back in 2020 and 2021. I would love to see more Emerald City Comic Con exclusives. I've never been to the con, but hearing that Funko is no longer, or likely no longer, going to have exclusives, it's just really, really sad. So that's going to do it for us today. As always, guys, don't stop shooting until you score, and we'll see you all very soon.